Hey Scorpio, friends, family, and cross-watchers. Happy Halloween. It is October 31st, a Tuesday in 2023. I've got some sage burning to clear out all of the space, all of the energy. And I was being drawn to this Phoenix stone, it's called, which is the exalted form of Scorpio. So we're going to put that in the water actually today. See how that goes. There we go. All right, we'll open with a sound healing and then we'll pull some cards. Okay. So today, because the veil is thin and it is October 31st, I would like to pull some messages from people who've passed on from the other side. And one of the messages that was coming through this morning was like, as we get older, I think we become more aware of time usually. Like, I don't know about you, but you know, when I was a kid, everything was kind of in the moment. Kids really, they exist in the moment. Everything is like exciting for them. I was listening to a comedian talk about how, I think it was Joe Zimmerman, he was talking about how when he was a kid, he was so excited that like going to bed and sitting down for dinner were like the most difficult things, right? You want to go back to playing when you're sitting at dinner. You don't want to go to sleep because you're so excited. He's like, now that I'm older, it's all I have. So as we get older, we become more aware of time. And there's something about on the other side, across the veil, this like, I saw this thing about near-death experiences and these people who said they like lost all sense of time. So there's something about the physical reality in which we exist that like grounds us in these moments in time. And as we get older, we become more aware of them. What is this energy spirit? Please protect this reading. Send all negative energies back, transmuted for the greatest, highest good of all. Ace of Cups. So we have a new emotional beginning, and this could very well be related to this idea of time. Maybe you're always thinking about the future or the past, and this is you being able to like exist in the present moment and just be comfortable in the present moment. It can also be a new love relationship or a new love for life. Oh, those ones just fell out. Oh my God. Cool. Okay. The Star and Justice. This is a really great energy for our reading today. We have two major arcanas with the Ace of Cups. Like, this is wish fulfillment. Whatever you've been dealing with, Scorpio, your wish fulfillment is flowing in. Your new beginning. This is divine justice I'm getting. Karmic justice. This one just dropped out. The Tower. Whoa. Okay. The Knight of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. And Decision. Okay. So to clarify this Tower, we have a Knight of Wands, a Queen of Pentacles, Two of Swords, and the Six of Cups. This could have something to do with someone you know from childhood, with the Six of Cups, or it could be because you've been doing the work to heal your inner child. I'm hearing like you've trumped this Knight of Wands with this Queen of Pentacles. So if somebody was seeing you in this Knight of Wands energy, whatever decision you've made, especially if it has to do with like healing yourself, or since the eclipse, the lunar eclipse this last weekend, this Tower it's something to do with your own self-worth, especially your self-worth as it regards your emotional fortitude. That's specific for somebody. I want to know We'll pull one more. This is your present energy, your recent past and how people view you is the Star, wish fulfillment. Ace of Cups is like the foundation of this reading, foundational energy. This is what's coming in, crossing you is this Tower. I want to get the overall end result of this reading. And then we'll, oh, 7 of Pentacles. That's weird. What is this 7 of Pentacles? Advice for Scorpio. And then we'll pull some direct messages from, oh my goodness. Lots of wand energy just wants to come out, all this stuff. Closing out a cycle, especially as it relates to magic being done against you. Being on the defensive, dealing with other people's drama, what they have to say about you, and sort of looking back on your life at, like, from this place of not being fulfilled. You have the Moon on the bottom of the deck, something you don't see. Advice for Scorpios, please. King of Wands. Huh. So this King of Wands might be that person from childhood. Why is the 7 of Pentacles here with the King of Wands? You know what? I think we'll clarify the Tower. Because this King of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles, they're both looking back on this situation. We have Aquarius, Libra, I think, and Scorpio. Water signs. Page of Cups. New emotional beginning. Business offer, potentially. Maybe you had an opportunity to, like, take up an emotional beginning with somebody or in a business or in business. The 7 of Cups really wants to come out. But it was an illusion, or there was an illusion within that, like, choice that was being offered to you. And that illusion might very well have to do with time. Like, maybe somebody was trying to convince you that you didn't have time, or you were running out of time, or you had to make time. And we started this reading off with, like, this energy of, like, you have all the time in the world, essentially, when you're present in the moment, when you're absorbed in whatever it is that you're absorbed in, like, without distraction. 6 of Wands, 8 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and Wheel of Fortune. So your new emotional beginning has to do with, like, I think re-envisioning whatever this emotional new beginning is, this wish fulfillment with karmic justice. It's like looking back over this Tower moment, I think, and seeing that all of this happened for you. And it happened for you. It's like, this is so weird. It's like you think that whatever has come to pass has already passed. But when you look back over it, maybe you were overthinking the past. It's like you've looked back over it and back over it and back over it, and you've been waiting for your harvest. And then, like that, it's like you get this new emotional beginning, this message of victory quickly coming in, bringing your 10 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. It's almost like somebody was trying to keep you in this, I'm hearing, like, it's like a Mobius strip, but like the Tower. Like the Tower just falling and falling and falling. Like you were just constantly dealing with tower after tower after tower. No, that's too many cards. What is this King of Wands with this, like, water energy? Cups, cups, cups. It's also like, it seemed like you had more than one option, but almost like no matter what you did, you kept running into the same path. And finally, it's like you're getting karmic justice. It's like you've done this path so many times that it's it's like you've worn out the track almost, you know, like on a record. I think if you can play a record over and over, it gets worn out. It's like you're on a new path. I also saw this really cool depiction of the mathematical number of pi, like mapped out, and it makes like the seed of life, and then it keeps going and going and going, and it just misses like drawing over itself by a fraction of an inch, like for infinite iterations. So it's almost like you've, I don't know, found some sort of magic number in the infinite iterations of you somehow. I don't know how that makes sense. If it makes sense to somebody, let me know. King of Swords. Divine masculine energy. We've got the King of Swords here with Justice here. Both of them holding swords and looking face forward at this situation. This is like if this is like a romantic situation, this is like a divine masculine in the 3D, like absorbing divine feminine energy, like awakening to that. With the star here, like I'm getting like a sense of like celestial, emotional, like the moon sort of feeling. And then this is like on top of this Justice with all of this like water energy, and then these wands coming in quickly. If you're dealing with a legal situation, that is turning in your favor. I'm hearing by the 10th, 6th, 8th, or the 10th. Your birthday might be the 6th, the 8th, or the 10th. Getting a new emotional beginning. Also, the 11th and the 17th or 7th might be important dates for you. Okay. 10 of Cups on the bottom. I'm going to get one more advice for Scorpios in this outcome. The 7 of Pentacles outcome seems just really bizarre to me. Like you've been going back over and over and over and over this situation, and you're just literally over it. Like, I'm done. The Emperor. This has to do with control. This is you wanting to be in a situation that you know and are familiar with because you don't want to let go of the illusion of control over your circumstances. Something might happen on the 4th that allows you to finally release control, or understand that what you've been doing to try and control your circumstances is like outside of the laws of nature in a way. Like nature requires that we wait sometimes to get like 1338 on the timer to get the result of, or the harvest from what we've planted. It's like you're trying to control some sort of like law of nature, and it very well may be like that element of time. Like you're wanting to rush things, and this is divine timing, divine justice. King of Cups. As far as what I'm getting is like if you were involved in a relationship with somebody, like you wanted them to be a certain way for you, or like you needed a certain something to fulfill you, and like it's like when like you fall in love with somebody, or you fall in infatuation with somebody, and you keep hoping that in this one romantic relationship they're going to like fulfill all of those needs that we need in community. But like this is like somebody growing up and realizing that like what they've been chasing in this wish fulfillment with like especially like a divine masculine or a masculine counterpart was like maybe something that they had to step into. Like, walking away into community, balancing things out with the High Priestess and your intuition. I think it's really interesting that there's the star here with the King of Cups. Like, he's holding a cup, she has 2 vases, and she's pouring water. There's a lot of emotional energy here, but the King of Cups is like super balanced. Like, he's able to maintain equilibrium even on choppy waters. The Ace of Cups is like your cup overfloweth. Excuse me. The star is like 1 foot in, 1 foot out of both 3D reality and 5D reality, as well as like being able to hold your emotional container without like letting your emotions overcome you with all that water on there. What is justice for Scorpio? The King of Wands. Interesting. This King of Wands character might be like your wish fulfillment, your divine justice, your Wheel of Fortune. This King of Wands person might be somebody coming in to like offer this like fiery new beginning to you. Woo! It might, all the cards just wanted to fly out. They might hold they might check all the boxes. Like, after you've kind of been through all this and you've sort of given up on that even being a thing, like, they might check all the boxes. Also, because there's a King of Cups and a King of Wands looking at each other here, this might be, and an Emperor. You might be like done looking for somebody to check all the boxes and in your Emperor energy. And like, because you're in this Emperor energy, like in control of your empire, basically like you're standing on your own 2 feet, fully like comfortable in your reign, waiting for your sort of harvest here. There might be people now who are coming in who like didn't check the boxes before. I'm also seeing that there might be that's a weird message. I'm sorry, I can't say this on YouTube, so I'm gonna have to figure out, Spirit, how can I like rephrase that message for Scorpios? There might be 2 people who were like trying to use your divine feminine energy to like bring about their own karma, bring about their own new emotional beginning. There might have been a couple of people. People may have used you in the past, is what I'm hearing. And it's like you're looking at them, looking at each other now, because you're like not even in the picture. You're kind of doing your own thing. Just like they can go have each other if that's if that's what they're looking for. Anyway, okay. The Tower is marriage. That's so cool. So marriage could mean that you have this new beginning with somebody else, the Magician, somebody you've been manifesting or who's been manifesting you, or both, vice versa. You could meet somebody who's like, you're going to marry, or this marriage can also mean with these 2 people falling out of the Tower, that this new emotional beginning for you is your divine marriage of like your internal masculine and feminine, bringing you into this Emperor energy. Ace of Cups is the Magician. Okay. So with the Magician there, to clarify, somebody who's been manifesting you, you've been manifesting them. These I'm getting are people who are working behind the scenes. They may even be, because this is a reading for Halloween and for 1909 on the timer, for getting energy from the other side, from across the veil. These might be people who were influencing you from the other side. You might have like with the kings here, I'm getting kings, like the Bible kings. That's interesting. You might have had some passed on like ancestor or ancestors, specifically male ancestors, who were influencing your manifestations, particularly about like marriage and community. You might be interested in like same-sex relationships, and like you had felt perhaps the generational like pressure not to engage in a same-sex relationship. You may have had ancestors who like wanted to be in same-sex relationships but had to hide it because it wasn't always like appropriate in our culture, and so they may have been also helping you to bring about this wish fulfillment and karmic justice on their part. Male, female, again, these are just energies. It's tarot. It's not, there's no gender in tarot. There's just energies. Let's see. Let's bring a message for Scorpio from the other side, please. For this Ace of Cups, the Magician. I'm getting pressure on my shoulders, sort of world on your shoulders feeling. Being watched. Recovery. With this Magician and the Ace of Cups and the Four of Swords here, I'm getting that this recovery is specifically related to the planet, like planetary. You might be like in the Peace Corps, or like knew somebody in the Peace Corps or something, or somebody in your family, whoever is speaking through me at the moment, worked in like a water treatment facility. What I'm getting is that, so water is, I've heard that water is going to be like the next, like resource or scarce resource. And I live in a state that is considering illegalizing rainwater collection, up to a certain capacity. So I'm getting, whoever I'm channeling right now is saying that in order to recover our relationship with the land, water is a good place to start. Start by collecting rainwater. Leave a pot outside to collect rainwater when it rains. That's really specific. But just the act of doing this, especially because water is like, it carries vibration, is going to help you manifest the star. The star has like the celestial waters here, so it's like gonna amplify your manifestations. King of Cups also, we have water and fire like working together, so it's like a balancing of the elements. Ten of Wands, choice. The Hierophant. This one really wants to come out. Spirit. Somebody's ancestor on the other side, or somebody that I'm channeling on the other side, is like, they may have like talked a lot. They may have like had a really hard time not keeping their mouth shut, because this person wants to, or these people, two people, it might be your parents, or your grandparents, or even, I'm hearing sisters, weirdly, your sisters on the other side, they want to, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, there's lots of messages. Your sister's on the other side with this tower and the fire. I'm hearing like Salem, like witches, like you might be pagan and you might have sisters on the other side, or call like those who passed in the witch trials and stuff like your sisters. This burden of choice related to marriage is asking you directly to be married to the divine. Whatever choice in love or marriage or romance you desire, this message coming through for whoever this is saying that it doesn't matter how that is fulfilled. The divine is always like your first wedding is what I'm hearing. Specifically, because if you let go of this, it's like you lose yourself, and then you have to redo this cycle again of like reclaiming your emotional fulfillment through realizing that like this 3D projection you're looking for is just that. It's an illusion specifically related to like our vibration in time and space, and that's super specific. Anyway, big changes for you will come from this like realization, and you might feel that it's a burden. It might be a choice that you don't want to make, and it also might be the only choice that you have. You might be a tarot reader or a psychic, or you might be somebody who is a spiritual leader in your community and didn't want to be. I think some of the best stories that we have about influential leaders are people who didn't want that title to begin with. I think it takes a certain amount of, hubris, to be able to lead, especially spiritually. Otherwise, you get the opposite end of the humble warrior, which is like the charming narcissist. So whoever this is, it's like you're stepping into the role of your responsibility to the divine, to translate for the divine here on earth. This is your primary marriage. All right, other messages from the other side. These ones want to come through. The Nine of Cups and the Empress on top of the King of Cups and the Star. This is somebody that's messed up. This is somebody who, like, in one regard, this is somebody who wants to have children, and you've maybe lost children. And maybe in having experienced that, you, maybe you turn to like drinking or something, or overindulgence. But this King of Cups, to clarify the Empress, and the Nine of Cups with the Star, is that this overindulgence is the shadow side of your ability to become self-fulfilled. That if you did lose a child, or I'm hearing like a miscarriage, but if you did experience this loss, it was here to teach you how to nurture yourself, especially through the heart chakra and through your divine feminine energy, embracing your emotions. You might be somebody who works in like a hearing like the medical field, like maybe you just have like a lot of patients or something, and you're expected to do a lot of work, or you went through med school, which is like the highest rate of 28, 29 on the timer. It's like the highest rate of suicide that, in any career field, is the medical field, because just the pure pressure that occurs in achieving your education. Can be just so stressful. Plus you see people who are just like not, they're not healthy a lot of the time when somebody's coming to visit you, right? So, and you might also be a doctor who delivers children. Maybe you lost a child in delivery. It wasn't your child, it was someone else's, and like you've been struggling with this. But this is the divine saying to emotionally nurture yourself by tuning in with your heart chakra. And that sounds like kind of cheesy, I guess, in words. Like, it's not translating all the way, because there's a really big difference between saying something and feeling something and being in it. And that is part of the message that's coming through, is like you might think or believe, because of how you speak about yourself or how you speak about the situation, that you're over it. But this is telling me that like you haven't sunken into that heart space yet to like release those emotions. And when you do, you're going to be so much more emotionally fulfilled, so much stronger emotionally, and so much more capable of like nurturing not just yourself, but if you're, especially if in the medical field in any way, your patients or the people that you work with, you may have closed your heart off to your practice because the weight of that emotional responsibility was too heavy. Four of Cups. I just want to get one more to clarify this reading. This is asking you to turn this over to spirit. That's what it is. Turn your emotional stuff over to spirit. Whatever that means for you too, right? Like spirit isn't always the word that people like to use. Especially because we started this off with time. The element of time, maybe... if spirit is something you have a hard time opening yourself up to, I'm hearing numbers. Ask for confirmation through numbers. I think there's a biblical reference to numbers as well. 311, 411. That might be a birth time, especially with the embers here and the star. 10 of Cups. Yeah, releasing this over to a higher power is going to put you not only in your King of Cups, but your 10 of Cups. It'll bring you the emotional awareness to understand what it is that makes you happy as well, and to allow that to become fulfilled in your material reality, because right now you're a little bit shut off to this, especially if you turn to like alcohol or overindulgence in some way, shape, or form. Your wish fulfillment is on top of going through that shadow work to allow yourself to be emotionally fulfilled by handing over what you can't handle to something higher. I think it's interesting that we have the Four of Swords here and the Four of Cups to clarify both of these. All right, that was a pretty heavy message. Let's move on. I'm getting the sense that these are different ancestral or different like messages from different people on the other side. So we have like witches, or like a coven, or like women, a lot of women here. Some marriage to the divine. And then over here, it's very simply like, over here, it's like a planetary, like, environmentalist. It's an environmentalist. And then here, it's like medical field, healers, but specifically like doctors or like med school is coming through for this one. Justice and the King of Wands. Let's see. Let's get a message from the other side for this Justice, King of Wands. Justice might be a name. Ace of Swords. Truth. Michael might be the name. Archangel Michael rules the Ace of Swords. The Hanged Man. Whoa. Justice, the Ace of Swords, and the Hanged Man. That's pretty crazy. On top of this King of Wands. The King of Wands is somebody who knows what he wants and goes after it. Justice is divine justice, karmic justice, but I'm also hearing the law. But with the Ace of Swords here, karmic justice, Archangel Michael protecting the outcome of a like court situation. Also hearing court. The name Courtney is like from France, Chariot. I mean, it comes from a region in France called actually like Courtney, but that's both a male and female name. So there's something here about like the balancing of male, female in divine justice. With the chariot on the bottom, something coming through quite quickly. The 7 and the 7 here. 9 of Swords. You might be having nightmares, or like you might have been getting messages in your dreams related to this situation. It could be, I guess this is pretty specific, but it could be that like things have been hanging in the balance regarding, especially with this planetary stuff here, and then like environmentalist stuff here, the medical field, spirituality, religion, like paganism sort of being like, which is being burned at the stake and stuff. Things have been hanging in the balance on a macro scale, like a macroeconomic scale here. With justice, I'm seeing like our society and like a global society. And then the truth is like coming out from this like this hanged man chariot, like both a balance in like black and white perspective, but also like something about nature, like the laws of nature and time and the way we've been preserving a way of life that relies on these like foundations, like environmental deterioration, and then like the sort of like cutting off emotions for people who are in more like either in the medical field or like in more intense like physical professions where you have to, or you feel the need to like cut off your emotions in order to function like more almost like a robot than like a human being. And then the foundations of many of our modern like religious practices have actually been like lost to history because well, a lot of the like sacred foundational texts for the texts that we use are locked in museums somewhere where people don't get to see them all the time, or they were taken from their country of origin. This is coming through here. That's so strange. Okay, and I'm seeing with this chariot here, it's like a spinning top. Red is the color of security, and there's this little like toggle here, and there's these blue wings, which is the color of the throat chakra, willpower, the town in the background. This is like the truth coming out about the things that have been exploited in order to keep our current civilization in the balance that it's in. This is the way that those things were achieved, this King of Wands in this context. And this is a lot of people coming through from the other side. People from multiple countries, multiple backgrounds, multiple generations. Queen of Pentacles. And the Three of Cups. Nope, Three of Pentacles, sorry. Conversations being had. Because of the current destabilizations in the world, there are conversations being had about people in power, by people in power, across borders, across countries, across civilizations, about how to address the way this exploitation has manifested and how to continue in our security in a way that is nurturing and stable rather than exploitative. So for those of you, I think, who feel like a little bit hopeless when you look at the news, this is to show that there are many, many, many people who see things the way you do, who feel things the way you do, and who are working towards solutions the way you are. And working towards our own solutions for ourselves is where we begin. Seven of Swords. Disarm is what comes through with the Seven of Swords for me quite often. Disarm. So disarm any thoughts of negativity around the established civilization, I'm hearing. Because that only feeds the army on the other side. Any thoughts that you give towards the negativity, it just builds it up. So like disarm it by being in this nurturing space, drinking water, recovering, resting, manifesting. All right, anything else? I want to get this last row here. Messages from the other side. My washer just started spinning really loudly. I'm hearing centrifugal force. And then I got this feeling of like being pressed up against a wall, but like somebody has your back, like in a good way. Knight of Swords, Page of Swords. Spying? Knight of Swords. On top of the Emperor. And the King of Swords? Whoa. So to clarify this Emperor, you have like, and your resources, your Seven of Pentacles, like whatever has been taking time to manifest materially in your life. You have multiple people on your side, both from behind, right? From the other side, and also like you have three swords. I'm hearing like an army. This is like this disarming here and turning your swords inwards towards your own recovery, or your own like rest or your own manifestations. This is like brought all of the resources of like this army to you, whatever this army is. Like this army is like it's your ancestral team. It's people who speak on your behalf in conversation that you conversations you don't hear or you don't know about. I'm getting called to like talk about this Hierophant, oh my gosh, in regards to the Emperor, the King of Swords, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. I think it's super insane to me that those all came out together like that, like the Page, the Knight, and the King with the Emperor. Like, you're very heavily protected, divinely protected. The Hermit. And it's like you're just doing your own thing. You're shedding light on all of this. You, Scorpio, whatever you're doing is in whatever field you're working in, like you're shedding light on like the shadow aspects of it. And keeping this like perspective as being like an intercessor, like being married to the divine. These tower moments that are happening in whatever field you're in are, they're occurring because you're shedding light on injustices, for one, or the truth, on justice and the truth. You're not shedding light on injustices. You're shedding light on what justice is, and the truth, and the wish fulfillment, and the emotional fulfillment, and the like physical, like, and emotional foundations of how to manifest like a better way of doing things. And while perhaps a part of you felt at one point that you weren't the person to do this, or you felt burdened by it, like you didn't really want to be that or do that, like just you being stable in how you're like going through life is moving things forward really quickly. And it's moving things forward not just for you, but for, I'm hearing like a starseed collective, like whatever you believe in. Some people, right, believe that in starseeds or being starseeds, like people who have come here from another manifestation in some other galactic like civilization or something, in order to seed or plant the seeds with the 7 of Pentacles here of goodness or truth or enlightenment on our planet. And it's like you're just holding your light, doing your thing, like and you're super heavily protected in bringing this about. This Emperor is somebody who has like with all of these, with the Page, the King, and the Knight here, it's somebody who has dominion over his whether you're male, female, however you, it doesn't matter, over his divine mission and purpose, and is able to like send out his subjects or give direction or instruction to his subjects in such a way that they, especially in this context, that they are aligned with what he, like what instruction he's giving them, and they're willing to protect it with their lives. Or especially because it's Halloween, right? From the other side, with their souls. Their lives have already been given to this cause. So whatever you're giving yourself to in terms of your cause, your starseed sort of mission here, like that is divinely protected, fulfilled, and it's like you've planted the seed among many, 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 many others, so that as a global collective, like we're rising in our vibration. Woo! You don't have to worry anymore. You're still worried about it. What you don't see. I don't know. It's like there's a part of you that feels like I'm hearing triggered with the moon. What you don't see is that when you're triggered and you want to speak up for yourself, it's like you worry about like having injured somebody with your words, or saying something that you didn't mean, or saying something like honest but like maybe unkindly. And this is saying like you're doing a great job. What you don't see is that most people wouldn't worry about themselves in this situation that much. Like most people don't look back over those things and go, oh, I should, like, yes, people do, but it's like this is saying that you're like excessively worried about how you've delivered a message. And what you don't see about this excessive worry regarding how you've delivered this message is it's exactly what has brought this loyalty, this divine gift to you, this like divine marriage. Woo, okay. That was so cool. I was not expecting that. That was really cool. If it resonated with you, if you felt your ancestors speaking to you through this reading, please let me know in the comments. Happy Halloween. If you would like to enter for an 11/11 free reading drawing, I will be announcing the winner on 11/11. Just put free reading in the comments and look for the announcement of the winner. I'll give instructions about how to claim that when I announce the winner. You can donate on my Patreon. You can donate via Cash App if you'd like. And you can also order a reading from me on my Etsy. Yep, I think that's it. Anything else? No. I'm going to pull one Universal Truth card. No, we're going to pull from the Shaman Oracle just to close this reading out. I thought that was really lovely. Just circle. Beauty Way. This is very interesting. 4 and 8. You might be seeing 4 and 8 a lot. The Sorcerer 48. Are you kidding me? We have card 4, card 8, and card 48. Okay. So this is telling me you've closed out an ancestral cycle or curse or generational inheritance. Again, there's something about the Wheel of Time. Maybe you're interested in that series, or you've read those books or something. Also, maybe you're a Robert Jordan fan, and like, this is Robert Jordan saying hi from the other side today. Sorry, I nerded out for a second there. I really like Robert Jordan. The Beauty Way reversed is like being able to accept that the mud is necessary for the lotus, right? Like, it's being able to see that all the icky stuff, all of the stuff that's gone before you, all of the things that we've inherited, especially as it relates to, I'm hearing again, like an environmental premise, like our environment, all of that has led us to where we are, and that to like shame it or to begrudge it is to give more attention and more manifestation to like the negative. The negative is, it's just another half of duality, and we wouldn't be here without all of the BS, right? And so you're able to like transmute the BS, right? See the other side of it, see the blessings of it, and that's putting an end to this generational inheritance of like trauma is what I'm hearing. Like, instead of letting the trauma go on and on and on, it's like your ability to look back and transmute has created this spectrum, this rainbow effect, this like prismatic like manifestation with the Sorcerer. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Scorpios. Happy Halloween. I will see you all tomorrow. Oh, and happy birthday, whoever's birthday might be today. I'll see you all tomorrow.